What's going on, y'all? It's Elijah Blocks. Today we got another prize picks video for you guys. In today's video, we got the WNBA player props for this Wednesday, August 6th WNBA slate. And I hope you guys tell yesterday's video, we went 2 out of 2 on the picks, swept out. So if you guys cashed out, let me know down below in the comments if you did. That was our first video in like 5 or 6 days. So again, fresh off of that little break that we took because we were just on a little trip visiting some family. First video back again, we did cash out. So if we can keep this little run going 2-0, hopefully we can make it 4-0 after today's video. Again, only got a one game slate for this Wednesday. Again, only got two players to choose from, a player from each side of the ball. So before we get in those, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. It would be much appreciated. I do not charge for picks or anything. So again, if you guys would like to help me out personally, the best way you guys can do that is, again, just dropping that like right quick down below and sub if you guys haven't already. But more than not, especially the like, it really just helps out with the channel algorithm and everything. So that would be much appreciated. And here's a little recap from yesterday's video. We give you guys that Sonia Citron over her 25 fantasy score. This one got bumped up all the way to 27 and she ended up having 30. So either way, with the bump or not, she still cashed out either way. And then Kelsey Plum over her assists went the safe route because Indiana Fever was ranked second in assists allowed, but she went crazy and covered well over her normal line. So that one cashed out. And if you guys are new to the channel, if you guys are looking for another like sports betting app and whatnot to use, I definitely recommend Parlay Play. We just partnered with them like around a month ago. If you guys would like to try it, use code LodgeLocks. You get a $100 deposit match and a $5 free game without having to deposit anything. So if you hop on there, I can use that code, get $5 without having to put anything in there. But without further ado, as you guys can see, we got Las Vegas Aces versus Golden State Valkyries for Wednesday, August 6th. The spread of this game should be pretty solid, minus 5.5 in favor of Aces, over and under of 158.5. So it should be a pretty decent game. Hopefully it's not a blowout. They played each other 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I believe, and it was a blowout. But Aces were just going crazy. Bomb expecting them to have another bounce back game, despite that blowout, which we're kind of just having tunnel vision against. But with that being said, our player of the day in today's video, we're gonna rock with Veronica Burton over her rebounds line at 4. Her like Goblin line is at 3.5 and it's like minus 170 if we look at the other sports books at 3.5. Even if she covers 3.5, that still has great value. So I feel like this line is pretty valued well. 3.5 is pretty much the exact same as her covering 4. If she hits 4 even, it just breaks out even, gets a little less payout shift as long as the other prop hits. So it's currently minus 170 on most sports books, at least minus 150. So should be a pretty solid line. I feel like this one is pretty low in my opinion. If we look at her last 10 games, she's covered this line 7 out of 10. The only 3 games that she wasn't able to cover was, again, like I just mentioned, 3 days ago. They played the same exact team. It's a doubleheader, or not doubleheader, but like they're on a little series. 2 games back to back against, not back to back, but you know what I mean, just against the same opponent. 77 to 101. Aces were just going crazy, dropping crazy points. Now, it was actually surprising because Golden State Valkyries are actually one of the best defensive teams in the whole WNBA. Surprisingly, I believe right now they're currently a top 4 or top 3 defense in total points allowed. So like with Aces dropping 101, it was just kind of a fluke game. But expecting them to bounce back whenever they actually lock in, it definitely gives her a lot more chances for rebound opportunities. And as you guys can see, last 10 games, only teams that she wasn't able to cover, obviously this one because it was a blowout. Connecticut, another blowout right here. And then this game, Phoenix is actually very tough against guards, which she does play. So 2 of them were blowouts, and then 1 of them was just tough matchups. So realistically, as long as these 2 were close games, she could have been 9 out of 10. So again, the ceiling on this play is super high. And if we look at her resume against this team, despite the game that I just mentioned, the first 2 games that they had against each other, they held them to 68 points and they had 95 points. So again, that kind of just shows their defensive tenacity whenever they actually do lock in. Second game, it was close, 102 to 104, high scoring game, and she still ended up having 5. So hopefully they keep them, the Aces, either scoring low points, which gives her opportunities for rebounds, or it just ends up being a high scoring close game, which again gives more opportunities for those rebounds as well. Again, last game I feel like that was just a fluke. No way that can happen again in my opinion, and at least not 22 plus points. So we're gonna be rocking with her over the 4 rebounds. And if you look at aces specifically defensively against the guard position, which she does play, they're ranked 6th in total points. It shows a little neutral stat right there for opponent matchup. So again, not the best, not the worst. It's again middle ground 6. There's only 13 teams in the whole WNBA. They give up a total of 12.5 rebounds allowed to opposing guards. So she's been playing a good amount of minutes. Whenever it's a close game, we'll definitely see like 31 plus minutes out of her guaranteed. If she's playing more than 75% of the game, I feel like 12 of those guard rebounds should, 4 of those definitely should be able to go to her against 75% of the game. There's only like 2 or 3 other guards in rotation for this team. So again, majority of those, at least 33% of those, should definitely go to her. So we're going to be rocking with this one as our player of the day in today's video. And if we look at these last couple games, like pretty solid rebounding guards, similar to Veronica, have actually covered this line, like Courtney Williams, Kelsey Plum, Kayla McBride. If we look at all the players that didn't go over, it's like players that don't get as many minutes, like Sophie Cunningham. Again, Veronica, which was last game, but it was a blowout, so you can't really just determine anything off that. And then Paige, who isn't really known for her rebounding crazy, more her points and assists. But all the other guards, like Alicia Gray, again, she's another type of rebounding guard. They've definitely gone out there and done their thing against the Aces. So I'm expecting a bounce back game right here. Last 10 games, she hasn't had a double under. So like the odds on this one, I feel like the value on this one's pretty good at 4. And hopefully she breaks even and goes over, which I'm expecting her to. So we're going to be rocking with this one as our player of the day on today's video. Veronica Burton. If you guys are new to the channel, we give you guys a player of the day in every single video. Those are the ones I'm most confident and believe should just have the best value on hitting the over and under, whichever way we have it. And in that case, rock with this prop right here, 4. And then for our second prop on today's video, on the other side of the ball to complete this 2-man, we're going to be rock with Asia Wilson over her assist line at 1.5. This is the Goblin line. I feel like this one is just absolute freebie. On Sleeper, this one's currently minus 670. And then on FanDuel, this one's currently minus 450. So again, the odds on this one are definitely high favor for her to cover 2 assists. Which her line is at 1.5, so she needs 2 last 10 games. She's covered this line 10 out of 10, definitely been doing her thing. For minutes, have been kind of iffy at 28. Whenever it's a close game, though, we'll definitely see like around 30-minute mark. Now, if we look at the Golden State Valkyries defensively against opposing assists, let's see if it shows the stat right here. They're ranked 4th, giving around a total of 19 a game. Obviously, it's not the best, but at least 2 of those should definitely go to an MVP caliber type of player. Like Asia Wilson, she typically, pretty much if we look at her throughout the whole regular season, there's only been 2 games where she wasn't able to cover this line. So again, 23 out of 25. More than likely, 2 assists should definitely be easy for her. Her resume against this team is perfect. They've played 3 games so far this season, and every single game she has had at least 2 assists, 2, 4, and 2. If we look at her minutes and all these ones, 26, which she saw low of, which she really hasn't seen within the last 10 games. Again, that just shows the ceiling on this play with her minutes being around 30. Should definitely increase the odds of this one. And then if we look at, the Valkyries defensively and like offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds and everything, they give up a total of 23 offensive. And then I don't know where the defensive rebounds in general, yeah, they're ranked 7th, giving around a total of 24 0.5 a game. So again, a player like Asia, whenever she typically does get her assists, since she is a bigger player, it's whenever she grabs those rebounds and just flies down the court, fast breaks. Again, she isn't a point guard, so she's not going to be like controlling the ball majority of the time. But typically, she'll get a rebound, fast break, which she is pretty good at. And again, just being able to dom up her teammates. So like the odds on this one, I feel like the ceiling on this one is super high in my opinion. Again, the odds speak for itself, almost minus 700 on Sleeper, and then other sports books around minus 500 on pretty much everywhere else. So this one should be an absolute freebie in my opinion. And this is my second and final player that we give you guys on today's video for this Wednesday, August 6th WNBA slate. So nice little 2-man. Hopefully we can go 4-0. Cashed out yesterday's video. Again, let me know in the comments if you guys could tell that one and cashed out. First video back in like 5 days. And again, it was a nice and successful one. So good way to start it off. Hopefully we keep this run going. Again, player of the day, Veronica Burton, 4 rebounds. And then our second player, Asia Wilson, over that 1.5 assists. So these are my players I'm rocking with today. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Again, please drop that like and subscribe. It would be much appreciated. And if you guys are new to the channel, we got a free Discord, completely free. Anyone could join. Do not charge or anything for anyone to join. So again, if you guys would like to just check that out, Link is down below in the description of this video. Again, completely free, just repost announcements, extra player props, and all that good stuff. We started uploading in there within the last couple of days, so we're going to be consistent every day uploading player of the days if you guys can't make the videos and whatnot. So again, just post some extra MLB player props if we find good value and all that good stuff. We got MLB and college football season and NFL season right around the corner. College football is like less than 30 days, I believe. Or within like these next couple months. Next month for sure. At the end of the month, they start playing. So got that right around the corner. Last year we were super hot on those ones, so super excited for that one. So if I were you guys, I'd make sure you guys stay tuned with the channel. But that is all I got for you guys on today's video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see today.